Welcome to the last of our shows where we have had our experts testing their ability at trying to recreate some classic shots from years gone by. They've been scoring each other, tactics has come into play, so it's still all to play for. This final shot is Davis's overcut.
No. Let's see what we can do. Well, at least it'd have gone safe.
I would have hoped that John could have got a bit closer, and he also had it very thick, which is something that you don't want to do in a situation like that. It's a 4.
But you hit it thin and left it on. But when it's finished.
It cost me more than 6 points, though.
Given that you said you couldn't work out how thin it was, I can't believe how thick you hit it. But you did at least make it look a difficult shot. So, 5.
Thank you,
Good
Neil.
effort.
Yeah, I have to agree with Neil. I think you did make it look even more difficult than it probably was. But you did get to play the safety in mind, and that's always key. So I'm going to give you a 6.
Thank you, Ken. Dennis, long-term pal and...
One of my best buddies, but
We've
that
been
was
around the world together.
yeah, that was abysmal though. That was so thick. You tried to play that as a shot to nothing. On the black ball in the final of a World Championship, you can't throw a shot to nothing in, John. You got to go for the cut. Too thick. You're only getting 4. Sorry, JB.
Okay. Anyone remember those doubles Dennis was playing?
I think, as you said, JV, this is close to enough in this pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I
That's the
thought
problem.
that, you know, but Steve never thought about the enough. He thought about not hitting it too thick. Well, and this is what would have happened if it had potted the ball. Where's the cue ball going?
Shows you. The shot was on to going off.
All right, OK.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be overcritical because it's not my type of form, really. I'm going to give you one of my favourite numbers. 3.
Michaela, it's not my favourite number as well. 3, because that was a good pot, Neil, even though you tried to miss it.
I tried to pot it.
Oh,
I
did you?
wanted to just say I could pot the shot that Steve missed.
I'll stick with 3.
Well, we all remember that what an exciting finish it was. But imagine if Steve had a potted the black and that cue ball had rattled the jaws, it would have gone down in history as the most exciting moment ever. So, I'm going to give it 4.
I'm going to give it a 10, because I didn't pot it, and Neil did. It's a 10 for me.
And I think also that was insightful that the in-off was on.
It might be insightful, but it's spiteful that you've mentioned it.
OK, well, I'm trying to do a Steve Davis impression.
Give it one of those, Ken. Ken, give it a flick under the nose. There we go.
Steve at all.
No, it's terrible, wasn't it?
Looks more like a Freddie Parrot face, David. That's what happened.
No, what about this?
Bit too hard, but I'll tell
John.
you what. Yeah, I'm one of them. Give one of them.
Great effort. He can put the black exactly where Steve did, but he hit it too hard. And I'm only pleased they didn't finish up where they are now, because I wouldn't have potted that one. But I'll give the Darling a Dublin 5.
Well, if that had been half a table slower, that would have left us with the exact position that Dennis had to pot it. So halfway there, I'll give it 5.
I'm going to say personally that was spooky. That was like looking in a mirror at myself.
Yes.
So I'm going to give it for artistic impression, the direction of the shot, other than the little speed difference, a 9 for Ken there.
Thank you, Steve.
When you say mirror, that wasn't in the fun house in Blackpool.
Ken, I think the impression of Steve was absolutely woeful and the shot wasn't much better. I'll give you a 5 anyway.
Oh, thank
no
you.
tactical vote, 5.
It's a tougher shot than it looked all those years ago.
Well, look at your face when you were sat down, Dennis. It looks as though it was all...
Well, I thought I pushed.
Listen, we've all done the same emotion.
I don't know how he overcut it.
Well, that's...
Wow.
And that's what you should have done, Steve.
The black going in spoilt it for me. So I'm just going to give him 1.
Well, I know what you're saying, John. I mean, if we're trying to replicate these great shots, or are we trying to sort of say how they should have been done? It's a fine dividing line.
Yeah.
But me, I'm a little bit of a masochist, and I like being put in my place. The way Dennis put me in my place there, I'm giving Dennis a 10. He potted the black.
I'm going to give you 5, Dennis. Nice pot.
And the fact that you potted the black, which is exactly totally the opposite of what we're trying to achieve here. So, but I'm going to be very, very generous and give you.
Oh, that is generous, Dennis, isn't it?
2 ones from the boys in there. There's a bit of tactical
No,
voting
it's not
going on.
tactical. It's not tactical.
I can't do it.
The pressure's up. Oh no! Again! Well, I thought he'd give us a treat and potted it. And I thought he tried to pot it. Terrible shot. I'm just giving it 5.
Well, Steve's been consistently one of the greatest players for so many years, and again, you were consistent all these years later on that shot. You overcut it again, 10 for consistency, if nothing else.
Thank you. If nothing else.
Yeah, well, you missed it again.
Well, there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Well, I do. I'm sorry, but I do have to agree. Apart from you overcut it. You left it in the jaws where you left it all those years ago.
Yeah, but it couldn't be
And I'm going to give you a 10 as well. Well done, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it well done?
Well, I'm pleased you didn't leave it there. Because all those years ago, I would have missed that one. But, yeah, just a little bit harder and he would have had it right. So I'm going to give this 6 times former world champion a big 7. Wow. I think he deserves to win this one.
What a great display from the 6-time world champion. His top score of the competition must surely have won him yet another title. Yes, and there it is, confirmation that Steve Davis adds the illustrious 2011 Commentator's Classic Shots title to his honour roll.
You know, there's something rather perverse about the fact that Steve's worst moment in the game has led to his best moment as a pundit. He's won the league. Congratulations, Stevie.
Thank
it was
you.
a bit cruel to make you reenact that, wasn't it?
Well, it was just the way it was, but I think we had so much fun doing that. It seemed a long time ago now. It was the day before the start of the tournament, but it was so much fun. We had just tears rolling down our eyes.
Well, let's just see how the 2 shots compared, 85 to 2011, because there's a real difference in this one. Here we go. Right, talk us through it, Steve.
Well, obviously Dennis looks a little more relaxed there. Yeah, as you can see, the ball's in exactly the same position. I quit a bit on the shot on the left there, but I went for it full-blooded, obviously, in my prime, but nowhere near it. But I think the left hand to the temple really won it for me.
I think it did.
I knew what hand went up to the temple. I think that's where Ken went wrong there, but...
For sheer guts.
Oh, thank you very much.
In reliving that awful moment, we'd like to present this to you. Congratulations, Steve. You are the pundits champion.
Thank you very much.
And you can lord that
Thank
one
you.
over Dennis
Thank
for the
you.
next 25 years if you
I
can.
should go straight in Dennis's face.
Very harsh. Very harsh to make my mate play that shot. I'd have backed you up there.
Thank you.
I'd have backed you up. You'll have a piece of cake though.